All right, hey, it's David again here. I'm gonna do a kind of a weekly video series, and I want to talk about a combination of things today. I want to talk about um, casino. I want to talk about money management. I want to talk about trade management as well. So let's kind of get into it. All right, let's talk about it. So the best way that I can think about trading casino. Now, the casino is obviously in the business to make money off the losers that are in there, and trading is the same type of thing. The market doesn't really care what position you're in. It doesn't care if you're long. It doesn't care if you're short. It doesn't care. It is what it is. It's an entity by itself. So you can look at the market as the casino in the case. And how do we, as traders, or in this case, uh, um, gamblers in the casino, or professional gamblers, how do we get the edge on the casino? How do we, because this is a game that if you play too much, and the same thing with trading, if you continually hit that button to get you in the market, right? If you keep hitting this button to get you in the market, you're going to lose your money. And the same thing with the casino. That's what they want. They want more play. They want you to just keep putting your money down, putting your money down, putting your money down. And if you keep doing that, your risk to ruin is incredibly high. You're gonna it just it's so just anyway, the risk to ruin would so let's get that clear. If you're taking multiple bets or multiple trades, you are putting yourself in the position to blow your account very quickly. So, and that's why I mean, I know scalpers and they do good. And, I mean, for instance, I know a trading strategy, it's still being advertised and promoted by a company, and I think they take one tick or two ticks, and they have a 10 tick stop. So, and you're going to hit that. You get that two tick, two tick, two tick. But if you get a couple of those 10, 10, 10s behind it, all those little two ticks you've been taking away from the market, it's gone like in a couple trades or three, and then you start doubling up, and then you double up on that. Next thing you know, you hit your daily loss limit, and if you're not careful, in any given day, you could hit not only your daily loss limit. I mean, you could hit your account loss limit, and you can get a margin call as it goes to futures trading. Right? They can come after you. They can try to find you. But yeah, the margin call, the dreaded margin call. You don't want to get into that. So the best way to day trade is to come in a position of power at the right time, and come in at this case in maximum size. And it's kind of different as well. I wouldn't recommend maximum size, but that's your best chance of winning, because you want to be able to take away. So you want to be able, if you're coming in with the unit size of a certain unit, then you want to be able to decrease that unit size as trading goes on, and let one run is how I look at it. So it's pretty much the rules of trading. The three rules as I see them is you got to cut losses short, you got to let your profits run, but you got to take profits along the ride. That's the three rules that I believe that as a trader you got to maintain. You got to maintain, obviously, discipline. Along those lines, you got to know exactly when you're getting in. I mean, I have a spreadsheet that tells me exactly on the day, on any given day, what are my targets and what I'm hunting for. I mean, that's how specific you got to be when you're sitting back. Now, let's talk about today's trading, because I got up on Friday. Today's September 5th, 2015, or 2014. I'm jumping the gun. It's September 5th, 2014. And I got up an hour later than I normally like to get up today. And that put me behind the ball, because I actually ended up missing the opening long trade in the market, in the crude oil market. So that put me behind the 8 ball to start with. And what I should have done is not trade at all, but I just sat back and I was waiting for the next setup to come on. I decided, I just done another, like a noob thing at this point, where I finally found a really good position to go short when the market was kind of topping today. And, my signals were coming in, and it was pretty much saying, this is a good area. And I actually, my entry point today was a very good one. I mean, it was sitting, the first trade entry, by the way, was, if you want to look at your charts, was, for me, it was at 804 at 94.19. And my second entry point that I really believe was at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. This is Central Standard Time, so CST, and I got in at 94.32. Now I missed the 94.19. That went for a 1p profit, and I think the other part of that got was knocked out at break even. But so needless to say, that's what the first trade. And so I'm already in the mentality at this point in time that I've already lost money, right? So then I'm sitting back and I come into the market at 94.32 and I moved my stop loss, in this case, where it was, to break even, and I moved it too quickly. It ends up running me out of the market on the pullback, and then I'm playing. I'm sitting with it. Actually, I think at that point I had like a $10 profit at this time because I got one tick. I had this break even plus a tick because I was just flirting around. And I'm like, what am I doing? Next thing I know, it takes me out. Before I even get that, so let's move forward. From that point forward, I put myself behind the eight. Well, I was behind the 8 ball from the beginning. Are you getting it? I didn't get up early. I wasn't prepared, and when I hit to go start trading today, I did a big cardinal rule. I wasn't prepared when I sat down. I had my numbers, but I messed that opening trade, and next thing I know, I'm playing behind, and then I end up going really behind to the tune of I think I was down like $700 and something at one given point today, and then I turned it around and I actually went the other direction and made it. And luckily, I made it a positive day. But this whole day was set up from the very beginning, I believe, when I should have been, when I'm sitting in front, you just can't do these rookie mistakes. And I know that, as many years as I've traded, you can't make these rookie mistakes. You've got to stay disciplined and everything. So let's talk about the casino for the last little minute of the time here. I want to try to wrap this up in 10 minutes. When you go to the casino, obviously don't get the alcohol until you're done doing your business at that point, because that's going to dull your senses. Let's just take the roulette table today, because that's the only real thing I really want to talk about. And if you're listening, this is probably the wisest advice that you're ever going to get. What you want to do is you want to increase when you're winning and decrease when you're losing. It's against all logic at the casino because they want you to bet everything and lose your house, But for instance, you need the casino. Let's just think it as units. If you are betting a 1 unit, and then that doesn't matter. Let's just say a $10. That's $10 table, and a lot of times on Friday nights, those suckers are sitting at 25, right? But the roulette table is going to sit about at 10, 5. That's where it's going to be. So you need to have 50 times whatever that is back behind that money. So if your minimum unit is a $5 unit that you're betting with, you need to have at least 250. Better yet, you need to have 500 to back up that 1 unit. And you need to have that 3 different times. So that'd be 500, 500, and 500. So on one side, you want to have $1,500. On the low side of that, you want to have $750 to be able just to put on just one $5 unit. All right. So you put down, and this is just so you have 1,500, but you got it divided into, or 750 divided into 3 bankrolls. You don't want to take all your money into casino. You don't want to smack the Mac either when you're in there. You don't want to do these things. You want to have 250, 250, 250, or 500, 500, 500. You have 3 bankrolls. If you lose 2 of those 3, you got to be done. You've got to replenish those bankrolls. And if you lose all 3 of them, obviously you got to redo your whole capital again. Now, my recommendation is only use that 1 bankroll and keep the other 2 behind, and don't even take them to the casino. Right? That's the best way to do it. Limit your loss, just like you would do in trading. Always limit your loss. Be able to walk away from the table. Walk away. Get your drink after that point if you blow, but do not smack the Mac. Do not put it all down on red 23 and everything else. All right? I don't even know if it's a red 23 or black 23. Let me know. So we are betting 1 unit. We put that 1 unit down. Take a look at the time here, because it looks like it's going to go over 10 minutes, closer to 12. We're going to bet 1 unit, and when we win, we want to increase. So when you win on the roulette table, I want you to just play red and black. Just look at the table, look at the odds. It's the closest you're going to get to a coin flip inside the casino house itself. You want to look at it, red, black. You know, if there's 3 reds, then play the black. If you look at it, gives you 10 to 15 different things that you can look at, right? So look at that. You got 7 black, 6 red. You know, oh, it's like 50-50. Well, go for it. It's go show more black than red. Play the black. You know, so and then once you start getting on a roll, so you win one, then you're going to get your unit back plus another unit. You're going to put, this is where, you know, you got to put both units. You take your unit and the unit that you have. I wish I had my casino chips up here. I think I might still have them. Hold on. Well, I thought I did. I'm pretending when I'm, just give me a second here. Can I pause this? Can I pause this thing being, you should be able to pause this. Where do I see pause? Well, come on, tell me this doesn't have a pause. Alright, I can't find a pause and I can't find my, I'll bring them next time. I got them around here somewhere. My desk is a mess sometimes. I'm still putting everything together. Apologize. Alright, so where were we? Oh, we're winning. So, alright. Alright. So let's just say this is our 1 unit right here, you know, a little piece of dice. You know, but my best thing I like is the craps table, and you know that. So you take this 1 unit and you put 1 unit onto it. So you got that unit back and you got that other one back. You're going to have to take this unit plus the other unit, put it on top. So now you're playing with 2 units. If you win, let's go back. Let's say if you 2 units and you lose, you're going back down to the 1 unit, right? Just lost both units. You're always going to play your minimum unit, right? 1 unit. You always play the 5, or the 10, or the 25, or the 50, or the 100, whatever, the black chip, if that's what you're going to do. But you're always going to be playing 1 unit at every roll. But when you win, you want to increase that. So the next time you're playing with 2. If you win that one again, so in other words, you won 2 in a row. If you win that third one, when you get the second one back, what you're going to get is your money, so your 2 units plus 2 units more. What you want to do is take 1 unit and put that to the side. That's your winnings right now on the table, and you take the other unit and put it on top. So in other words, you're going to play with 3 units. All right, you with me? So when you win that third roll and you get your 3 units back to the other 3, what you want to do is take 2 units, put them to the side, put 1 unit back on. Now, you with me? You got 3 units over here that you've taken off the table, and you're playing with 4. You win again. This is where it gets interesting. We start getting 5 or more. When you win that, the fourth one, you're getting your 4 back plus that 4. You're going to take 3 units and put it over there, and you want to add 1. Now you're playing with, you know, if you're playing with reds, you're playing with the quarter now. You're playing with the green chips, right? So now you're playing with 25. So at this point in time, this is when it gets fun if you can keep this streak up. I've had streaks of about 12. So, and you just take 1 away. You know, you're taking all and you put 1 on. 1, and you just keep going up until you lose. And when you lose, if it's 8 times, 9 times, you know, you're going red, black, it doesn't matter. You're just, you know, on field. You know, sometimes you're going to get a streak. You get 10. All of a sudden, you've got 10 in a row, you lose. What do you do then? You go back, you grab that 1 unit again, the $5 unit, or this one that we're using with in our example. We start with this 1 unit, and we start with our base, and we start again with 1 unit. You take all your winnings. You don't go decreasing from like 10 down to 9, 8. That's where you're going to lose all your capital. You want to go back to the 1 base unit. I hope that helps you. Have fun next time out there. And as far as money management goes, we'll talk about that more on next video as far as trading goes. But if you get out to the casino, try that strategy. Let me know how it works for you. Take care. God bless. Good trading, everyone. And be safe.